Hey everyone, it's Mac and Jenny. We are back with episode 2 of Dock Talk, a multi part series that looks at our preparations for a major cruise aboard our 1980 Allberg 37-foot sailboat. In the last episode, we looked at some maintenance aboard our sailboat and we also took you on a classic hike in Washington's San Juan Islands. So if you missed that video, the link is above there.
In this video, we're going to cover one of the biggest projects to date with Maya, and that is removal and rebuilding the chain plate mounts that attach the standing rigging to the hull.
Yeah, this is a big project, so let's jump right into it. So at some point, we noticed some strange indents on both sides of Maya's hull.
Honestly, we didn't know what to make of these indents. We hadn't been involved in any collisions or groundings, although there had been some leaking where the chain plates passed through the deck.
So, not knowing what to do, we decided to investigate the hull to see if we could find a smoking gun.
Oh, what's behind?
Yeah, it's just like some delamination or something. Like, look, it's like all kind of split right there.
Oh, yeah.
So, after seeing everything close up, we decided to remove the chain plates and inspect them. And since the boat's standing rigging attaches to the chain plates, we had to undo those connections. We did run the mainsail halyard down to the port side to help hold the mast in place.
Alright, now we can see what the heck is going on down there.
And with the port side standing rigging disconnected, we removed the chain plate bolts and got our first look at the underside.
Yeah, I can't say that looks too good.
This is the one with the most water intrusion.
So the chain plate was in rough shape, but we still didn't know what was causing the indents. We decided the best thing to do was to clean up the area further. Our next move was to inspect the wood core of the knees. We think these things are called knees, but we're also not 100% on that.
We're starting to cut into this thing, so no going back now. So you see we cut away this strut here, and the wood looks honestly pretty good. I was expecting way worse.
So we still didn't have our smoking gun as to what was causing the indents. We pushed further into this project and decided to grind away the paint to see if there were any clues underneath. Unfortunately, this proved to be a costly mistake.
So right now, I am washing every single dish that we have on our boat because I made such a stupid mistake by not putting up any sort of tarp or anything for grinding that fiberglass. So I am paying the toll right now and have been for the last probably, I don't know. I've probably spent 8 hours just cleaning. I've had to tear the whole boat apart and wipe down every surface, inside, behind cabinets. I mean, the dust got everywhere. So I will put so much more effort into containing the dust prior to starting.
Jenny was away from the boat during this screw up. She had been gone for a few days, which is how long it took to clean up. Anyways, back to trying to figure out these indents.
As you can see, we've got this all ground back and grinding back. We can see that right here, we've got, this is where there's a dent on the outside of our hull. And directly above it, it looks like there is some delamination or something's going on with the fiberglass. What I think happened is there was this deflection. This was pushed in and the bottom was pushed out because down here it is kind of exploded. This piece is delaminated, and so I think there was a deflection in. We are biting the bullet, and we are going to chop these off. We're going to reglass everything. We're gonna make these bigger, these chain plates, doublers or stringers or whatever they're called. We're gonna make them bigger, better, and more badass.
Equipped with newfound respect for site preparation, we got to work getting ready for the big grind. This time around, we lined the entire room in plastic and added an exhaust fan. We've got the little squirrel cage fan, and then we've got a shop vac there hooked up to our vent hose, which will be connected to like a capture device. With the prep work in place, Jenny suited up for battle. So Jenny, as you can hear, is grinding away in the bathroom. But I'm out here kind of manning the vacuum controls and whatnot. Oh, and the breaker just popped. That's also my job to fix that. Oh, and we're back in business. But anyways, it's kind of cool. I can keep an eye on Jenny via the GoPro, this little GoPro app that we have, and it's pretty neat. It's kind of cool that we can just keep an eye on her, see how she's doing. So after a major push, we finished up the demolition phase of this project.
That was a crazy, nasty job, but we got it done. Took off the suit in the head and just took all of the pieces of liner down and then just tossed them into a trash bag. And now Mac's just doing the finishing touches on the dust cleanup. Take a look. Yeah, that was a crazy day. I think I was in there for like 5 hours. Oh, definitely very thirsty and ready for a shower.
With the knees removed, we got to work rebuilding the area. We started by filling in the gaps between the bulkhead and the hull with thickened epoxy. We should also mention the gap between the bulkhead and the hull may have been a contributing factor to the indents, as some of the tabbing on the bulkhead was failing due to water damage. Without the tabbing pushing back, the hull was allowed to flex in. That's our theory anyways. Next, we made a pattern for the new knees. Hot glue and balsa wood are a great combination if you need to create something with a unique shape. Here I am transferring the knee patterns to the 2-inch closed cell foam that will serve as the core material. After a quick dry fit test, we attached the new cores to the hull using thickened epoxy. To get the exact right spot, we had the chain plates in place and added an offset to account for the new fiberglass. Our next step was to create patterns for the new fiberglass cloth. We then transferred those patterns to the cloth. Now at this point we had everything ready to lay the fiberglass up, but given our limited experience with fiberglass, we opted for a trial run.
What are you about to do?
So I am about to wet out the fiberglass and I'm going to hand it to you, and then you're going to lay it up on there, on our little mock-up. This is basically a simulation of what we're going to make in the boat. So it's kind of like this is our dress rehearsal. Pays to practice.
Because you know we're gonna mess up.
Yeah, we're going to learn some stuff here. You always do. So let's hope we make our screw-ups on, this thing and not on the real thing.
well. We were able to get everything on in time. I did forget a couple things. I forgot to even use the roller, so I'll definitely use that next time. I'll use it at the very last layer. And then I also forgot to wet the surface that we were applying the first layer to. So another mistake I made. So it was, all in all, it was a good learning experience. I think we got all the kinks worked out. I think we have a good system. Mac wetting down the layers over here, passing them over to me, and then I apply them, roll them out, get all the air bubbles out. So tomorrow we do the real thing.
Yeah, here we go. At this point, we reconnected the rigging to the chain plates and we set sail for a sea trial. So we are under sail testing our new chain plate strength, and it doesn't sound like anything's creaking or anything down there, but it's going to be hard to tell. But there is a little bit of a bend to this side there, so I think we're going to tighten up the main shroud. But other than that, it's yeah, just happy that the chain plate knees are holding. Plus we have a beautiful day to go sailing.
Well, there you have it, our first major fiberglass project aboard Maya in the books. Just a few closing notes about this project.
First, we want to mention the costs. We spent roughly $500 on this project, and here's a breakdown of those costs.
Now, if we were to hire this job out, it probably would have cost us thousands of dollars. So doing it ourselves was really the only way to manage this repair.
We were fortunate enough to have friends in the fiberglass business, and they lent us their tools and also provided the fiberglass cloth that we used in this project. A special thank you goes out to Tim and Ron for all their help.
We also want to take a minute to mention Skagit Valley College's Marine Tech program.
Before this project, our only experience with fiberglass was at a composites class at the college, and that class really took the mystery out of fiberglass and gave us the confidence to tackle this project.
Yeah, actually, one of the labs was an exact replica of our sailboat knee, so that was really a great experience there. It's also worth mentioning that the practice run at Dock was really helpful in kind of working through all the steps.
Based on our experience, organization and planning really seem to be key in fiberglass work.
Okay, so that's going to do it for this episode of Dock Talk. Now, I know I said we were going to talk about living aboard a boat during a Pacific Northwest winter in the next video, but we're actually going to change it up on you in order to bring you up to real time with us.
Presently, we're in the final stages of preparing for our biggest adventure yet, and we want to share all those preparations with you. Currently, we're rebuilding the other 4 knees among a bunch of other projects. We think you'll find these preparations interesting and we want to share those with you. As you can see, we have a big boat to-do list behind us and we look forward to sharing all of that with you.
Also, in the next video, we'll give you a real-time update as well as announce where the next big adventure is taking us. And if time permits, we'll put together a little compilation of our summer boating. Turns out that sailboats are the perfect thing for social distancing.
As always, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you.
Thanks again, everyone. See you next time. Cheers.